Hello, you got Mr. Smith, point five of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And we've been able to notice that a lot of people are seriously interested in buying a home. So with that being said, what we want to do is educate you and basically show you a resource that has allowed us to understand the home buying process. And we also use this in order to buy our home, but we want to give it to you in a way that it hasn't been given, so you can at least have some terminology and understanding about your road to home ownership, a guide to owning your own home. This resource is provided by genworth.com, and they basically have a course that you can go through just to give you an understanding of the home buying process. But what we wanted to do is make it more visual, include some audio, and it'll be broken up into a few different series due to the fact that we don't want this video to be too long because it is very thorough, but we will break it up into a few series. So this is part one, Road to Home Ownership, a guide to owning your own home. So let's go. Now, first you have to decide that you want to buy a home. So as you can see, it says main menu. During this course, you will navigate through different topics designed to guide you through the home buying process. Select the highlighted topic. Your progress will be tracked along the way. So let's go with topic number one. As we stated, this is part one of a series, deciding to buy a home. Is home ownership right for us? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. In this section, we'll cover advantages of home ownership, disadvantages of home ownership, steps to buying a home, buying versus renting. And just as a quick preface, the buying versus renting section will be a calculator. So instead of us going through it, we advise you to access the calculator yourself. That way you can go through it, put your own numbers in, and see what works for you. But we will not go through the calculation of that. All right, let's proceed. Advantages of home ownership. Number one, a sound investment. Each month, when you make your house payment, you're building equity in a place of your own. The longer you stay in your house, the more equity you will have. While there is no guarantee that your home's value will grow, a home can actually increase in value over time, increasing your equity. Second advantage is tax advantages. The mortgage interest and real estate taxes may be tax deductible, which allows you to subtract part of your housing related expenses from your taxable income and could reduce your tax bill. Your mortgage insurance may also be tax deductible. Consult your tax advisor on this one. The third advantage to home ownership, future home purchases. As you build up equity in your current home, it is usually easier to afford another home in the future. Something to keep in mind. And number four, sense of community. Owning a home may give you a greater sense of belonging to a community. You may foster relationships with your neighbors, join a neighborhood watch, or contribute to a community newsletter or website. Now, let's talk about the disadvantages to home ownership. Number one, additional expenses. You can expect to pay more per month for your mortgage than a rent payment, plus the added cost of home repairs and maintenance. Number two disadvantage, home depreciation. There is no guarantee that your house will increase in value, particularly during the first few years. It may actually decrease in value, depreciate as time goes by. If you find you have to sell your house quickly, you may need to price it low and risk making less money on the sale. This does happen, not all the time, but this does happen. So it's just something to consider. Number three, market variability. When you are ready to sell your home, be aware real estate markets can be unpredictable, i.e., seasonality, economy, and market saturation, potentially impacting the sale price / time on the market. Less flexibility. After you have purchased the home, you may not have as much flexibility if you want to move. So those are just some advantages and disadvantages of why you may or may not want to own a home. We're not pushing you or swaying you in any direction. We just want to educate you and give you some perspective. Let's continue. Steps to buying a home. Buying a home involves many tasks that may take time and patience to complete. The more you plan for each step, the more likely you are to reduce stress and make good decisions about your new home. Click the numbers to learn about potential steps you may go through when buying a home. So let's go. Obtain a professional home inspection. All right, let's go ahead and click number 1. Determine the amount of house you can afford. Number 1. So how much house can you afford based on your income and, side income if you have a side business or whatever. Number 2, obtain a pre-qualification for a mortgage loan. This gives you a good estimate of how much money you could borrow to purchase a home. Basically, this is getting pre-qualified. This will be done with the bank, and it makes you more of a serious buyer when you're dealing with an agent or whomever you may be buying a home from. Number 3, begin looking for a home. A real estate agent can help you with your search. Number 4, make an offer to purchase a home. Number 5, contact your lender to apply for a mortgage loan. Number 6, obtain a professional home inspection. Get ready for loan closing or loan settlement. Once the loan is approved, sign necessary legal documentation, make your down payment, pay any associated fees, and receive the keys to your home. Number 7, move into your new home. 7 quick steps to buying a home. Of course, they're more detailed and they can go in depth, but like I said, this video will not be too long. Just want to give you some perspective. Let's proceed. Now, these are the types of home, and this is good to know because different people have different preferences. Where you live, how much space you need, and what type of neighborhood to live in are all factors to consider when purchasing a home. Did you also know that there are different types of homes to choose from? Click on the icons to learn more. The single family detached home. These detached homes sit on their own lot and come in 1, 2, or 3 level styles. Privacy is an attractive characteristic of these homes. Generally require more maintenance than other home types such as condos and co-ops. This is the typical form of a home, single family. Let's talk condominiums, also known as condos. Condos are individually owned homes which may be attached to one another. Each condominium development has an association that determines the monthly assessment fee, rules, and regulations that govern the entire building. You have less maintenance than a single family detached. Among the drawbacks of condos are less privacy, and during a housing market downturn, they usually depreciate more than a single family home. Something to consider. All right, cooperative apartments. Cooperative apartments, also known as co-ops. A co-op is different from a condo in that you buy shares in a corporation that owns the building. The building's co-op board has to approve each purchase. Keep in mind that you may have a more difficult time selling your co-op unit because of the board approval process. And manufactured home. These type of homes are prefabricated, assembled in factories, transported to your lot, wheels removed, then assembled and attached to a foundation. So those are some types of homes, and you choose whatever you consider. Now, who's who in home buying? So these are different people that'll be included in your home buying process. This is really just a quiz, so I'm gonna click on it and hopefully I get them all right on this video. But basically, there are numerous professionals you may encounter on the road to home ownership. How many do you know? Click the job title, which matches the corresponding job description below. All right, so down below, you'll see the sentence and it represents the individual. All right, who is this? I determine the market value of your house. This estimate helps the lender decide a reasonable loan amount for the mortgage. Let's say appraiser. Correct. Click to continue. Who's next? I shop for mortgage loans on your behalf. I have access to more loan programs than a loan officer does. Let's say mortgage broker. Correct. Let's proceed. I lend money to home buyers like you, ask you to fill out a loan application form and verify the information prior to approving your loan. Let's say lender. Correct. Proceed. I represent the lending institution. help you complete the loan application, and act as a liaison between you and the lender to get your loan to close in a timely manner. Let's say loan officer. Correct. Let's proceed. I provide valuable housing assistance to low and moderate income home buyers and renters. Let's say the state or local housing finance agency. Correct. I can show you available houses in your price range that meet your personal needs. I can also present you your offer to the seller. We all should know what this is. Real estate agent / broker. Proceed. I make it possible for lenders to offer mortgage loans with smaller down payments. Let's say mortgage insurer. Correct. I help you identify potential problems with the home before you purchase. This is important. Property inspector. Correct. I ensure all documents have been completed properly, including those related to the title search and insurance, obtain signatures, and collect transaction fees. Where are we at? Who have we not? This would be the closing or settlement agent. All right, I had to find it. I collect your mortgage payments, pay your property taxes, and homeowners insurance from your escrow account. This would be the loan servicer. Correct. Proceed. I buy loans from lenders so that they can lend more money for future lending activities. The mortgage investor. Correct. Now, so those are some people that, are involved in the mortgage buying process. If you don't know them all, that's okay. But get to know different roles just in case you can navigate through the process in a way that allows you to be more astute when dealing with people. Because one of the things that gives you the upper hand when it relates to buying your home is being more knowledgeable. If they know that you understand the process, then it's less of a runaround they'll give you, or, you'll be less likely to be bamboozled. So knowledge is key, and it helps you navigate a lot smoothly as it relates to the home buying process. So hopefully that helps. Rewind it if need be. Share this with somebody who you feel may benefit. Now let's talk buying versus renting. Now, as I stated, I won't go over this. It's a calculator, but basically you just want to ask yourself, how much can I afford to pay monthly? And then you want to determine if it's better for you to buy or rent your home. So I'll just give you a glimpse of what the calculator looks like, and maybe you can look it up yourself. So basically, this is the buying versus renting calculator. It may be one available online if you want to search it, but it allows you to put in all of these numbers, and these numbers will determine whether or not you should buy or rent based on your situation and your preferences. So with that being said, these are some key takeaways. Keep in mind, when buying a home, determine how large of a monthly payment you can afford. Your lender may qualify you for a loan resulting in a higher payment than you are comfortable with. That's key, because sometimes they may qualify you for something, but if you're not comfortable with it, then you don't have to accept it. You can go for something smaller that you're comfortable with, because a home mortgage is considered long term. So you want to put yourself in the best position. All right. Check number 2, the mortgage interest and real estate taxes on a home may be tax deductible, which allows you to subtract part of your housing related expenses from your taxable income. Your mortgage insurer premium may also be tax deductible. Now, also keep in mind that with home ownership, along with your monthly payment, there may be added costs for home repairs and maintenance. So those are just some things to keep in mind, some key takeaways. Now, we won't go into topic 2. This will be a future video, so definitely stay tuned for the upcoming video as we dive in a little bit deeper. However, if you want to get access to some information that can help you get in better position to buy a home, or if you're already a homeowner, help you pay off your home a lot sooner, it'll be a link available that can get you access to a strategy that we strongly suggest and highly recommend, that has been helping people get into homes a lot easier and seamlessly, but at the same time help people pay off their home in 7 years, 10 years instead of 30 years, all by applying the strategy. So click the available link below. Hopefully you got some value out of this. If so, like, share with whomever you feel may benefit. And that's all I have for now. This concludes this video. I am Mr. Smith, 0.5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. See you in the next video.